And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the delivery Moogle quests that were added into patch 2.38. So I'm joined today by the wonderful and lovely Jaiyue Honeyjade. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
And as always, hello from Mithrie. Sorry if my voice is a bit crackly, it's my morning voice. So, anyway, continuing from where we left off, these are two new quests that have been added in. Which you can do once you're carrier level 7, which means you've finished all the quests before. And so the first quest is called the Captain of the Heart. So let's accept.
Oh, I got a cute little Lalafell.
Yeah. So it says, to have the trust of the diminutive deputy Postmoogle. For this, you would gladly risk the roughest cutthroats in Outer Lenosia. Yes, you would. Okay. Sorry, I had to scroll for the last word. So, all the realm knowns, the deputy postmaster has nothing but the confidence in his assistants. I shall entrust you with a letter so important that they had to cross the T twice.
Oh my god.
That's so silly. So it said the letter is for a Maelstrom sergeant at Camp Overlook. Pirates everywhere, terribly exciting and terrifically dangerous. I love my R's and mateys as much as the next Moogle, but I have pressing duties elsewhere. Yeah, sure he does. Yeah, this Sergeant Sweegriel is scarier than most. Why, I used to vanish right into thin air whenever she turns her bloodshot eyes my way. Thanks to aspiring carriers like yourself, I needn't do that again. You will take the letter to Sergeant Oh So Scary. Are we understood? Okay, and while we're here, let's accept the next quest as well. Oh, and we'll get a bunch of random shards. So the quest is called Sweet Words and Shadowy Dealings. So it says the deputy Postmoogle has a letter requiring delivery to a dashing band of players. Okay. So, if it isn't my favourite assistant... Yeah. Brace yourself, for today I have a task for you that will have all the fair maidens in Gridania green with envy. This letter in my paw is addressed to none other than the homunculus. I do struggle with these words sometimes.
Yeah.
So you are familiar with the yes, the travelling troupe of troubadours renowned for stirring the seeds of passion the realm over. Ever since their recent performance in Gridania, their popularity has gone through the roof. Why, I've handled hundreds of fan letters in the past fortnight alone. This particular epistle appears to be from a trader in Uldar, a matter of business mayhap. All the more reason that it must be delivered to Gridania with haste. You will find the band and its leader, Augustinel, rehearsing for their next performance at the Great Loam Growery. Awesome. So let's do them in the order we accepted them. So let's go to Camp Overlook first.
I like the new poses that they decided to put in the game when you pull out your weapon now. So that's definitely a good feature.
I do like it as well. Yeah, they are pretty cool. I really like the one for casters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ones for Scholar and Summoner is a good one.
Yeah.
It looks like you're reading into a book.
No, I don't know if I've ever been to this corner before. But anyway.
I don't think I have either.
It looks different. I don't know why. Anyway, so he says, delivery. Is that what you're calling it now, sweet thing? Oh, a letter. Thanks. Useful things. Better than creamier rums for putting me to sleep. Give it here.
Oh.
Okay. So a letter to Sweegriel. A letter addressed to Storm Sergeant Sweegriel of the Red Swallows until... Unit stationed at Camp Overlook. So it's important for me to actually read the words before I try and, say them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, no thank you, I've taken up farming. Curse you, matey, and your goddamn letter. Rip it in half and water it with piss, see if something grows. Farming, he says. Farming he chooses over the red swallows. Gods damn him and his shrinking violet balls. Okay. So, yeah.
What that reference is. Okay, I'm shutting up.
Yeah. So, now, where are my manners? Left them on shore when I went to sea. Come back and the swiving things haven't waited a fortnight before going off with someone else. I got reasons to take the news hard, treacle tart. We don't got enough men, or women, mind you. Not going to recruit just anybody though. We being the meanest nail chewingiest levy in the whole damn maelstrom. No offense and all, but we ain't interested in a sugar skull like the one atop your shoulders.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So out came the paper and ink, and out went them letters to likely roughnecks what retired from privateering, and not by the way of the scaffold. No, and more no, that was the last but one. As for the last one, the bloodthirsty bitch should have been here long for now. Set out from the mill to bring some lumber to the camp with another salt hound, they said. Sweet face or no, you got land sense, you do. Oi, do us a good turn, eh? I'll wager the miniature marauder ran into a spot of trouble out near yon floating city. Help him out and I may start feeling grateful like. I wonder if he's going to talk normal like, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's go. So we need to go towards the floating city. I do wonder actually in the future if they're going to actually, I don't know, maybe let us go to the floating city, like jump between the different floating islands.
Yeah. It would probably be a good dungeon actually.
Yeah, just lots of hopping around.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things for the future, who knows. And we'll see as well, because I feel that there's some areas of the game right now which are sort of really underused, and then what they do is when they release a major patch, they push us to using those areas, so just so that they're not completely worthless sort of thing.
Yeah.
Aha, so we have a fight here.
Oh, hello. Oh. Wrong thingy. Okay, my TP's very low. What the heck? Air.
I need to change my macros. I'm using completely the wrong ones. Ah, cutscene.
My TP was very low for some reason then. What the heck?
Strange. So, miniature marauder. You took me kill, you didn't even ask. Now don't be like that, Captain. You was pressed, you know that. I'd say that deserves our thanks at the least. The bloody bastard took me kill. I like being pressed. Sends a tingle up me thighs. It does. If you want to thank the bastard for saving your knickers from a right soiling, you go on. Be me swiving guest. I don't know what that means.
I have no idea either.
So I apologise. The captain has never been one for social graces. What with all the killing and marauding. Thank you kindly from both of us for lending a hand. You've the look of a fine killer though. Sharing slaughter's not as bad as your shadows. An appetite for carnage. Shadows an appetite for carnage? So this marauder just doesn't know how to speak, is the conclusion. So,
yeah,
well,
probably.
if salt ain't sweet, the captain don't usually have a good word for anyone outside our humble crew. Sergeant Swagriel sent you? Why, that's another surprise. She's not the sort to watch the clock hands, but Ratatats, your miniature marauder, sure as salt. We haven't much truck with time down at the mill. A poor maid mill abandoned it was when we Zoltan settled in to make a new life. A ghost town? No adventurer. For old pirates, the only ghosts are out on the open water. And even for not so old pirates like that one, oh, I know what they call her, Rabid Ratatat, mad dog of the mill, and they ain't wrong, but she's got nothing but fighting in her blood, which is why I worry. 'Twas the captain's idea to clean our hands of reaving and start a new life at the mill. So, damn it, now I've gone and put her in one of her moods. Time to haul anchor. We're full camp overlook adventurer. Cool. Right, so let's just quickly teleport back to camp overlook. Save ourselves a few seconds. That's the thing I always love about doing these quests and all these videos and just this game generally, is that the scenery is always just so great.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot more fun to play. Okay, here's Swegriel. So, oi, there you are. Got me lumber thanks to ye, but not me new recruit. Weren't forsaken for farming, that's some swiving comfort. But bugger if I know why she said no. I've sort of given up trying to make sense of the way they speak. Got her hackles up, that one. My ma always said every dog needs a little petting, a little treating. A bit of cannikin cake from a new friend. Might do. How about it, sweet thing? Are you up for talking to her? Okay, fair enough. So let's talk to Ratatat. Or Ratata. Ratata?
Ratata.
Okay, here's Ratata. So,
I'm sure
you...
she's not a Ratatat.
Yeah, I said too many tats. So, she says, you took me kill. I deny like that?
Deny.
I deny like, okay. But you fought like a salt hand, so you have me ear until I grow tired of ye. Oh, yeah.
It's you, I think, so.
Yeah. So, you damned adventurers are all alike, more words than sense. Well, if it's words you wish to waste them on the Steve door. He's thrice the patience of all of us hounds combined. Oh, he has.
Thrice the patience.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I guess these sort of characters will not improve your English, it'll just make it worse.
Yeah, probably. But I
Steve,
understand what they kind of said.
Yeah, that's the thing. As long as we get the gist, then it's fine. So anyway, he says, not interested, eh? Think well of her if you can. The captain is what we made her, like as not. Her mama got her breast stove in boarding a merchant man, and the very next moon, what does her papa do but make a right mess of the steps of some Wraithskeller? And she, but a swaddling babe, born on a pirate ship, raised up pirates, weren't no life for a child. I can still see her toddling along the gun deck and swinging her wee axe with the blunt edge. Didn't stay blunt for long, and never another child to play with. We should have put her ashore for fostering, but we haven't the heart to. Got nothing but marauding in her veins, we tried to show her how other folk live, draw her out a bit, but before we knew it, she gutted the former captain and taken his place at the fore.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I didn't say part of me feels it'd be good for her to join the Red Swallows, though we'd be heart-sore to lose her. We'll have her battles, make boon companions. She'd be a swallow instead of a dog. As for us, we'll find ourselves a new captain. We always do. You wasn't scared of Ratata the way most are. That's why she liked you. I know it. Can't you talk to her again? You'll find her near the floating city. She likes the air there and the prey. Cool. So back to the floating city we go.
A message. Yeah. Oh, right. I'm not gonna say who it is. Oh, that person, actually. I'm not gonna say a word.
Oh, that's fine. Anyway, let's keep going. But yeah, if anyone else who plays this game does wonder if they sort of lack understanding of the quest text or it's difficult to read or whatever, don't worry, it's not only you.
Yeah, they are. When reading the different texts, there are like different accents and such. So,
Yeah.
but understanding some of them, it can be quite difficult, but sometimes it can be quite easy as well. Where the hell am I going? Okay. Oh, it's right there. I remember this place.
Yeah, I came here before. I do like coming here as well, just looking out of this area. I think I came here during one of my videos.
Scholar, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's really nice here. Anyway, let's talk to... Oh, cutscene. You again, I could kill you, and I can kill most things if I'm in the mood. Let me serve it to you straight, like, I don't need them red swallows, 'tis them what needs me is all. I know me men, or... sorry, call me rabid. Does it look like I care a wit and a half? I know I ain't the sick one. Dogs is loyal, I kill for them salt hounds, I kill for me family. I deny ken what red swallows kill for. That's sick if you ask me. Maybe I'd kill for you sometime. That might be right agreeable. Enough words, I'm heading home. You keep that gob of yours clapped or I'll find a dead rat to stuff it with. That's pleasant. Okay, so back to Camp Overlook.
Oh, crikey. I'll have to look at that message later. Apparently, they send a voice message through PlayStation, actually.
Interesting.
Yep.
Right, so here is Steve. Cutscene again. So, any luck, adventurer? The captain hasn't uttered a word since she came back from Nim. Let me guess, this dog won't fly, eh? It breaks my heart to see her be calmed like this. A young girl shouldn't be holed up in a hamlet with nothing but axes for company. I suppose she ain't no young girl anymore. Well, we'd best be on our way, back to poor Maid's Mill. Give Sergeant Swagriel my apologies. It's funny seeing Mithrie's face mask while she was doing that.
Well, it looks like they both agreed on something, so...
Yep. So let's see what Swagriel has to say.
Be happy, I can tell that.
So, sweet navigator, no, and no. If one swallow don't make a summer, what's no swallow make? All that work and no one recruit one. Still, if Rat-a-tat's there, we won't have to worry none about the mill. Not even a kobold's brain blown enough to take the place when she's about. Not the finest hour for the red swallows. Swiv them that don't know what they're missing. Mayhap I need to rethink our recruiting standards. 7 hell, lower them a bit, try out a few weaklings, real soily bulbs.
Soily bubbies, something like that.
Yeah, so it might work if I can get the swallows to take it easy on the sweetlings. Maybe train them separate like for a while. Try as I might, I don't see it working. Be like putting tar in grog, calling it as good as. Just going to have to divvy up extra duties. Be patient. Cool, let's complete that quest.
Oh, here we go. apparently we leveled up.
Oh, so we're carrier 9 already?
We were already 8 last time, but you said
Oh, we were
7,
8?
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, because I assumed it was because... was it 7? Okay, well, these requests require level 7, so it's interesting. So it says, with your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. Awesome source. So let's now go to Gridania. Is Gridania your home point by any chance?
Yes it is.
Okay, let's use return. Free teleport, yay.
Yay. I just need to check the message real quick of what they actually said, so I've been muted at the moment.
I'm gonna find where we need to go. So it's the old Gridania. Oh, we need to go to the botanist place, so let's use the Aethernet. Let's see, botanist guild. So let's see. We can see here Augustinel and 2 random Elizons playing harps. So let's talk to him. So Augustinel says, well, if it isn't my friend from Hatching Tide, just couldn't keep away, could you? 'Tis a common affection among my admirers, of which you are but one, needless to say. If you've come seeking my autograph, I ask that you return when our rehearsal is done. So let's hand over the letter. It says, a thick envelope addressed to simply the Homunsi Kuli, a popular band of travelling bards infamous for sirring bastards in all the towns they tour. Okay. Cutscene. So, a letter. Don't tell me you've taken on a second career as a messaging girl, that you might afford tickets to our next performance. Most admirable friend, most admirable indeed. Has our new contract arrived, perchance? I am ever so looking forward to sharing our gift of music with Eorzeans the realm over. Our ballads and lays shall sweep the land, and a new chapter in the legend of the Homundsuli will writ. That said, it is a touch bittersweet. It is only through May Center patronage that we stand where we are today. So, did I hear my name? What might I do for you today, Augustinel? Looking to procure new garb for your next performance, mayhap? My darling May Center, just the lady we were hoping to see. The Homundsuli have a most important announcement to make, and I felt you should be the first to know. To put it simply, we are taking our show on the high road. The Homundsuli have made arrangements for a musical tour that will span from the peaks of Corfus to Fanalan. Why, our long-sought dream realized at last. I truly could not be happier for you. Needless to say, as your patrons, Black Rabbit traders will gladly provide you with the funds for this momentous undertaking. That said, our recent events have thinned our coffers some, but worry not. I shall return and meet with your superiors immediately. I can promise you that you will be able to depart within the next moon. The sentiment is welcome, my darling, but that will not be necessary. A trader from Alder has promised us all the gil we need. We leave on the morrow. I'm afraid there is another rub. Our new backers desire to be the sole and singular patrons of the Homundsuli. Our relationship with Black Rabbit traders has been mutually beneficial one, but I fear that it must come to an end. What? You cannot mean this. Maysensa, my dear, we are forever in your debt for all you have done for us, and yet you must understand, the gift we would share with the realm is too great to tarry here any longer. Parting is always such sweet sorrow, and yet the pain would only be greater were we to linger on. We will treasure the memories we have made forever, but the road calls us onward. As ever, the words flow from your lips like honey. Very well, if this is the choice you have made, who am I to stand in your way? I say this only, this tour of yours Sorry, I'm losing my voice. This tour of yours had best be the greatest show Eorzea has ever seen. As your first and foremost admirer, I will settle for nothing less. It will be all and more. You have my word, my dear. So I wonder if we're going to see any sort of performance.
Probably. And I'm back, by the way.
Yep, welcome back. So Maysentis says, Adventurer, I would have a word with you. Meet me beneath the bridge by the Leatherworkers Guild, and speak to no one of our conversation.
Not the same hairstyle as me.
Yeah, I noticed that. So let's go. We can use the Aethernet shard to get straight to the Leatherworkers Guild.
Yeah, I was checking my message and it was a voice message. And they were just like happy saying thanks for adding me as a friend and such, so
Fair enough. People from Eternal Dawn or other people?
A certain someone that we might know.
Fair enough.
Their Let's Plays and such.
Cool. So let's see.
I'm not saying who it is. You have to find out for yourself, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like the Honeyjade Mysteries Volume 1. Anyway, so here's Meseta.
It's not a mystery if you know who it is, but yeah.
Yeah. So Mesenta says, thank you for coming, adventurer. Let us delve straight into the matter at hand. You know that I serve as consignor of Black Rabbit traders, yes? It is a profession which is about as glamorous as it sounds, which is to say, not very. There was a time when I entertained the thought of leaving it in search of a more fulfilling line of work. Then one day I happened upon them. Their music was enchanting and their countenance even more so. But the garb they wore, my dearly departed great-grandmother wouldn't be caught dead in those garish rags. And so I proposed an offer. Black Rabbit traders would clothe the homunculi in our finest garb and pay a sum sufficient to keep their instruments in good fettle. In return, their performances would serve to promote our wares. It was a relationship that exceeded the wild expectations of all involved. Gridanians flocked to their performances and business at Black Rabbit traders burgeoned. It was a dream come true for all of us, a dream I thought would last forever. But I assure you, this is no self-centered grudge. This sudden offer is most troubling. For all our successes, the profits of the homunculi have brought us would barely amount to a clink in the coffers of any wealthy Alden trader. No, I smell something amiss. I would ask your expertise in investigating the matter. Walk the markets of Gridania and listen to the word on the street. Should you hear any shady dealings, return here and share them with me.
Now that's a key word, shady dealings.
Yep, so where are we going? Gridania Market.
Yeah, that's what she mentioned, Gridania Market.
Yep.
I put Swift Song on as well.
Yeah, I noticed that. Thank you. Let's see. So, we should be finding 3 random people in here.
Oh, here's one.
Cool. Not unless it's done in a certain order. So there's Pass Mantra, which you talk to basically when you're first doing any quest in Gridania, like level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if you're in Gridania, it would be him, but in Ulda and Lominsa, it would definitely be someone else. So
yeah, well, his equivalent, I guess.
Yeah,
so
it's the same job, nevertheless. Though.
Yeah. So he says, any news? Do you take Pass Mantra's master of the markets for a common rumour monger? And to compound the insult, you come bearing not even a single eel pie. Oh, very well. I shall deign to answer, if for no other reason than that you seem unlike to leave my sight until I do. All the talk about the market of late has been of the attacks on the Black Rabbit's supply wagons, as you might have heard for yourself if you had a pair of working ears. With the damage visited by the calamity upon the land and its natural resources, trade has been slow to recover in Gridania these past 5 years. It's only with the wares brought in by travelling merchants from Uldar that these markets have been able to sustain this level of activity. The only local operation that has been able to bring in a steady profit is Black Rabbit Traders. What with their purchasing of items from adventurers and Maycenta recent efforts to employ that band of honey-tongued bards in publicising her product. Perhaps they've enjoyed a bit too much success for others' liking. Probably. So let's try and find person number 2.
Oh, person 2 and 3.
Ah, I just completely didn't notice them. So let's talk to Hadrafort first. So Hadrafort says, whoever could be behind these unpardonable crimes. What crimes, you say? Why, I speak of the vicious attack on Black Rabbit supply wagons, of course. I'm surprised you've not heard. The tales are so terrifying as to keep the bravest merchant up at night. My brother Marcliffe Lort, stubborn as he is convinced that the Aldans are pulling the strings. I, however, believe we should be wary against letting our prejudices colour our views. Take Rushishu for one. While many merchants think only of profit, she has spared no effort in studying Gridanian culture and trade, filling regular reports to Uldar on the transactions made at these markets. As she tells it, she has taken an active role in promoting Gridania wares in her own homeland and across the realm. My brother is entitled to his opinion, but I cannot see how any could question the girl's intentions. Okay. And here is Mark Lort. So, rumours, you say. Surprised you haven't heard him yourself. Can't take more than 2 steps these days without hearing of another attack on a Black Rabbit supply wagon. I've got my own theories as to the perpetrators, mind you, but they start with a certain Alden wench who I reckon ain't too happy about her rival's recent successes. Evidence? Let's just call it instinct. I wouldn't trust an Alden half as far as I could throw one. Cool. So let's head back now to the Leatherworker Guild.
So, some of the Black Rabbit trader barriers have been attacked.
Yeah. So they want to see who's doing it, though. They want to see, is it because this Alden who's trying to steal the business of this band is the ones that are trying to ruin their business just overall?
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
So our recent troubles are the talk of the town. Little surprise that to the rumour monger, the misfortune of others tastes as sweet as honeyed mead. I must say, this news that Shushu is monitoring transactions at our market is somewhat concerning. While I have no desire to race to conclusion, I believe caution is in order. There is more. While presenting herself as an independent merchant, I have reason to believe that she procures a sizable portion of her stock through the Bart Trading Company. Perhaps the name is unfamiliar to you. It is most often heard in connection with all manner of ill rumours, dealing in stolen goods, swindling unsuspecting customers, and so on and so forth. Under normal circumstances, I'd want nothing to do with this band of thieves, but if they've set their sights on my honey-tongued homunculi, I simply refuse. Refuse, yeah. My brain is just to turn a blind eye. Fortunately, I have an idea. Yeah, half of my brain's still asleep. I
don't blame you.
Yeah, because, long week. Anyway, so I said I prepared a certain document that could pick Rishushu's interest. I would ask that you deliver it to her and keep her distracted. I will take care of the rest. Cool. So let's now go to Rishushu, who is back in the Gridania market.
I was checking the map just in case. I thought it'd be in Uldar or something. Nope, it's here.
I always check just to make sure. You see how much more health I have? And my bard is full item level 110.
Really? You got like 5,352 HP. What the hell?
I remember when we were first hitting 4,000, that was considered a lot back then. Anyway, here is Rishushu. I've seen this girl around, because I always wondered about her 2 random guards just standing in front of her.
Yeah,
so,
they kept mentioning really good products and stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, now we know who she is. So I, Misenta, the only Gridanian I've ever met in time here who understands how to do business. Whatever brings her to, yes, what can I do for you? So let's hand over the Black Rabbit Traders receipt. It says a long list of items purchased from adventurers by Black Rabbit Traders. Cutscene. So, a proposition for me, you say. I've been around far too long to fall for empty tales of easy profits and great windfalls. But very well, let us see what you would offer. This is a page from the Black Rabbit Ledgers, complete with a full list of all wares purchased from adventurers, along with their selling and purchasing prices.
Ooh.
Well, she's happy. So, with this knowledge, I can simply sell the wares what they offer at a discount while raising the price on those goods not obtainable elsewhere. Simply by following the principles of good trade, I'll be able to make a fortune. My dear Misenta, I know not what brings you here today, but it would appear you've come just in time to watch me win over your loyal customers. Your services today will not be forgotten. Come back in a fortnight's time and I promise you'll receive your fair share of the profits. It's probably going to be like 7 gil or something. Cool.
She's sneaky.
So let's go back to the Level Workers Guild.
Right, back under the bridge, isn't it?
Yep. So these quests, the Moogle quests, they're more just about discovery and just learning random stories of the game. There's not much fighting in this. It's purely like a lore-driven quest line. So here is Misenta again, another cutscene. So I cannot thank you enough. With your aid, the first step of my plan has been carried out to perfection. Now my visitor should be arriving any moment. Is that one of the guards?
Yeah.
So yes, thank you. As promised, here is your payment in full.
Oh.
So what's that look for, friend? A smart businesswoman knows how to use all of her resources, if you understand what I mean. This fellow who just departed was one of Rishushu's underlings. I asked him to search his mistress' stall for 2 documents. The first one, which my new friend has dutifully delivered, is a contract with Homunculi. Yeah, did you notice him in the back of the cutscene just going into that chest?
Yeah.
So, as I suspected, Rishushu's aims to steal our profits and seek to accomplish this first and foremost by luring our elusive band of bards away from us. The other document I have acquired is a page from the latest report sent by Rishushu to Aldar. Note the red mark along our major trading thoroughfare. Assuming that Rishushu's associates at the trading company are in possession of the same document, I suspect that the next attack on our supply caravan will strike right there, in the central shroud due southwest from White Wolf Gate. Such brazen acts of banditry cannot be permitted, yes? I beg of you, adventurer, hurry into the wood and give the would-be ambushers the drubbing they deserve. Should you find any evidence of a connection to those blackguards at Bart, deliver it to me at my place of business at the Knot. If we do not act quickly, my sweet-tongued, fair-haired beauties will be lost to Gridania forever.
She's talking about the elven group.
Yep. So let's go out of White Wolf Gate. So the quickest way is to just use the Aethernet shard. So White Wolf Gate. It's a shame I don't have access to the two-person mount yet. Maybe one day.
Well, the next patch is coming in, so...
That's true.
Yeah, we'll get a 2-mount.
And there's also the one you get from the recruit a friend thing.
Yeah, recruit a friend. Oh, hello. Damn, Mithrie, you're killing them really quickly.
Oh, that was easy.
Oh!
Oh, there's more.
Yep.
Awesome. So let's go back to Gridania. So let's return again. So enough time has passed that we can return twice.
Oh, nice.
That's the thing though with these quests is that, you know, they don't seem like they're that long, but this episode's already been going on for 40 minutes if you want to believe.
Oh, wow.
And we still have 2 more quests to do afterwards.
True.
Well, you know, I like just keeping the episode going. I don't feel the need to break it up. So it said, it heartens me to know that our man is safe. You have my thanks, adventurer. Pray tell where you were able to find any evidence of a connection of those rogues at Bart. So let's hand over the Bart Trading Company bill. It says a slip of parchment documenting commercial dealings with the Bart Trading Company of Uldar.
Ah, she knew it.
Yep. So, aha, just as I suspected. It began as mere speculation, but I dare say we've built ourselves a convincing case. Yes, everything has come together. Rishushu's reports on the flow of goods at the markets found their way to those scoundrels at Bar, who, seizing upon the chance for a quick profit, orchestrated the attacks on our suppliers. The stolen wares were hauled back to Bar, then sold for a pittance to Rishushu. With the goods now in high demand, she raised her prices, doubtless funneling a portion of the ample profits back into Bart's coffers. To add insult to injury, they were poised to use these ill-gotten gains, along with the timely troubles of the Black Rabbit traders, to lure my precious homunculi away from me. Why, it's a plan so brilliant I wish I'd come up with it myself. But thanks to you, my friend, it's a plan that has now been spectacularly foiled. Augustinel and the others came by just moments ago to say farewell. If we hurry, we can catch them before they depart. We must make for the airship landing without delay. I have it on good account that Rishushu will be in attendance to see them off. Let us shove the evidence of these twisted dealings in her self-satisfied little face. Cool, so let's go to the airship landing.
Long time. We both use Swift Song.
Yeah. I wonder as well, like, you know, they said rogues and ninjas will have increased running speed. Is their running speed always going to be the equivalent of what we have with Swift Song?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess they'll keep it consistent rather than making one much quicker than the other, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, here's Rishushu. So, come for your share, have you? Patience, friend, fortunes are not made in a day. Or do you have another proposition for me? Okay, wow, handing over a bunch of stuff. So here's the Bart Trading Company bill, the contract copy, so the copy of the exclusive employment of contract drawn up by Rishushu and signed by the homunculi, an investigation copy, a copy of the investigative report concluded by Rishushu's documenting trade in Gridania. Okay, so let's hand over.
Cutscene.
Yep. So, well now, what have we... Well, I never. Just whose side are you on, anyhow? This adventure... Yeah, so it says, this adventurer kindly rescued one of our wagons from a band of bloodthirsty brigands. Brigands who just happened to be in possession of the bill you now see. Meanwhile, I have managed to come into possession of a detailed reports on our trading activities, signed in your name and addressed to the Bart Trading Company. Quite the coincidence, wouldn't you say? Ladies, please. This bickering ill becomes your beautiful features. Rishushu, did you say that you would donate a share of your profits to see Black Rabbit traders through their recent plight? Brigands, what nonsense is this? Any reports I made to Alda were simply in the interest of fostering trade. That my contacts at Bart would use them to such ends, to such ill ends is unthinkable. Well, given their reputation, perhaps not entirely so. I suspected as much. Let me guess, you had your misgivings but couldn't let your conscience get in the way when there were fortunes to be had. So you cast your lot with Bart, covered your eyes and ears and hoped for the best. Ignorance of your complicity is no excuse, Rishushu. I hear that the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver are taking particularly severe measures regarding the sale of stolen and poached goods in light of recent events. A word or two from me and you'll spend the night in the comfort of your very own jail cell. That said, I might still be persuaded to look the other way, provided we can come to an agreement. My darling Macenta, speaking as an almost victim of these shady schemes, I dare say Miss Rishishu's deed should not go unpunished. Then again, one might argue it might be an equal crime to imprison such a comely lass.
Comely lass.
Okay. So, sever all ties with the Bart Trading Company at once. And promise me you'll never so much as lay a finger on my precious homunculi again. These are my conditions, and they are not negotiable. Never again, you have my word. Starting on the morrow, every merchant in the markets will vouch that they've never seen a trader as reputable as Rishushu. She just runs off.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. So there's no putting anything past you, my dear, now is there? Brilliant and beautiful. Now there's a lass worthy of song. Says he who was ready to bolt for the desert at the call of the highest bidder. Consider yourself fortunate that when it comes to business I can hold my own with anyone in Aldar, or the realm for that matter. With the help of a few good friends, that is. Okay, bold and beautiful. Oh, how could we ever have so much as thought of parting ways? Just so. Why, I've never seen a woman more willing and able to use the resources at her disposal to overcome any obstacle in her path. Remind me never to end up on your bad side again, my dear. So it says, stick to your songwriting and singing and leave the financial affairs to me, and don't foresee us having any problems. Do we have an understanding? Okay. So we do, we most certainly do. Macenta, my dear, you are a veritable sheer force of nature. I cannot imagine any who would dare stand in your way.
Except for a couple of people, I think.
Yeah. So I'll be watching your future performances and our ledgers with great interest. Here's to profitable relationship for years and years to come. Cool. So we randomly just get a bunch of shards as well.
Yeah, 40 shards of fire, water, and I believe...
Wind?
Yeah, wind.
Okay, now we're ranking up again.
10.
So, with your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown.
So
Awesome.
we're already at 10.
So let's now return to Limsa and do the last two quests.
Yeah. 40 shards that we got, fire, wind, and water. Okay.
Okay, so here is the Deputy Postmoogle. So 2 more quests of Siblings and Side-whiskers and Sudul Eht Nioj. Oops. So let's accept this first one. So it says, oh, Sibling and Side-whiskers. Oh god, is this oh okay, well, so we get another free haircut from the beautician.
Yay! I'm so gonna change my hairstyle after this.
So it says the Deputy Postmoogle holds a colourful, heavily perfumed envelope in his paw. Now here's the kind of enthusiasm I like to see. My hardest working assistant back to hone her skills and ease her beloved supervisor's burden in the process.
Papa!
Well, it just so happens that I've just the assignment for you. Do you see this most extravagant envelope in my paw? It contains a missive addressed to none other than one Master Jaiyue, the realm-renowned Aesthetician. Oh, what would I not give to have my whiskers trimmed by those magic scissors, to feel the caress of its fine tooth comb across my fur. But this is neither hither nor thither. But where were we? Ah yes, I need not tell you that the man is very devoted to his art. Doubtless he would not even think of accepting such a personal correspondence while otherwise occupied with his work. Fortunately, I am told that he has been sighted about the town of late, enjoying a hard-earned vacation, seeking inspiration of his newest hairstyles. I cannot say, only that if there is any opportunity to deliver this letter, it is now. Godspeed, my loyal friend. Okay, so let's accept the next quest while we're here. So, it's called Sudul Eht Nioj. So, for one who has done much to ensure the continued flow of the Eorzean's mail, the Deputy Postmoogle has a special reward. Interesting. So it says, have I got an assignment for you? Fan letters addressed to one of Uldar's preeminent gladiators, the Prince of the Blood Sands, the one and only Franz the Fair. After all you've done on my behalf, I think it is only fair to reward you just so. So charismatic he is that even a Moogle unacquainted with the games cannot help but swoon when delivering the daily batch. Franz is training for an upcoming match, so you would probably find him at the Gladiators Guild in Uldar. Cool, so let's do this in the order we accepted it. So we have to go to Limsa upper decks, so let's teleport.
Or up the stairs, but yeah, teleport.
Oh yeah, we could go up these stairs. Let's go up here. Might be quicker.
Like, go up there, up the stairs, up the elevator, or the ether eye, but yeah.
Oh, this is... I was hoping it would be closer, but never mind. So let's
we should
go...
have gone the stairs.
Teleport to the Aft Castle.
Yeah. Should have taken the stairs.
So... Of course, when patch 2.4 launches, people are either going to be trying to get to Shiva Extreme as quickly as possible, or they're going to be trying to get Ninja to level 50 as quickly as possible.
I would say it would probably be both, but I would love to actually get the class first. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Reborn Maiden's here.
Yeah. And here is Well-Groomed Gentleman. So obviously the Aesthetician's been nearby. So it says, what a ravishing lady. Her husband-to-be is quite a fortunate man, would you not? You've a delivery for me? Let's hand over the perfumed letter. A letter to Aesthetician Jaiyue, written in an elegant hand whose loops and flourishes exude naught but sophistication.
Cutscene!
So I fear there must be some mistake. I can assure you that this letter is not intended for me, as it was I who penned it. That said, I suppose 'tis no wonder that I oft mistaken for my brother. We do share a certain family resemblance. Okay, so he's his brother, fair enough.
It might be... I don't think they're twins, are they?
Maybe, I don't know, he doesn't even look anything like him, but there's just the fact that they're both Elezen males. It's just his brother, so it says your brother. Why, now that you mention it, God's good, you're like two jade peas in a pod. And wait a moment, I know you too. You're the woman who brought about my first rebirth, the one who guided me from the shadows of a self-doubt to a fashionable new world of assurance and Aplob.
Upload. Or something like that. I don't know.
So it says, to think that the man I first fought, some deprived killer, would prove to be my saviour. And it was you, yes you, who showed me the light. Why, thanks to you two, one of the most eligible bachelors in all of Limsa now seeks my hand in marriage.
What?
Yeah. I dare say, milady, that this comes as a little surprise. Only a blind man or a fool could fail to recognise your radiant beauty.
Aww.
So it says, quite the charmer you are, but you must understand, it was your brother who brought out the beauty inside me. Should you encounter him in your travels, do pass along on my gratitude, master. But where are my manners? I am Gulsferns of House. Well, you are not like to know of us, but perhaps you do know of House Diesmel, with whom we share common ancestry. It is a matter related to my house, most precisely its line of succession, that has brought me to this nation. Our father, you see, has been stricken with an illness most grave.
Oh no!
It says, though he yet clings to life, his strength wanes with each passing day. In a moon's time we will need an heir, and there is only one man in the realm who can fill that role. For the past 5 years I have nothing, as my elder brother idled away his days crafting coffers, but I can remain silent no longer. A duty far greater than the trimmings of Lot calls Jaiyue back to Ishgard, and I shall not leave this realm until he stands at my side. So, Master Jaiyue of noble birth, he always did have a most dignified air about him. If you're looking for your brother, he mentioned something about heading off to procure a new comb. Only the finest of tools for my wedding day, he said. A comb? The Carpenter's Guild is located in the nation of Gridania, is it not? I suspect that is where we will find my brother. We must away at once. I trust that you will see this missive deliver safely to my brother's hands. I have a pressing matter to attend to, but will join you in Gridania as soon as I am able. Safe travels to you, and good day, milady.
That's an interesting and awesome twist.
Yep. So it says, well, young man certainly dashed off in a hurry. If you've a mind to deliver that letter to his brother, you best make for Carpenter's Guild, and quickly. Cool.
Home point?
And now we can return again for the third time. Yay. What is a cooldown on return? 900 seconds, which means 15 minutes?
More or less, yeah.
Wow. So this episode is... Oh, yeah, we've been going for nearly an hour now.
Okay, Carpenter Guild.
Yeah, there we go. So we're talking to Beaton, the Guildmaster. Very friendly man.
And Jaidelin's not here.
So it says, looking for Jaiyue, are you? As I told his brother, the man conducted his business and went on his way. But how can my brother so flippantly forsake duty and family? It makes not a whit of sense. Perhaps not to you. It would seem you have thoroughly convinced yourself that Jaiyue is one of the best suited for his duty you would ask of him. You would suggest he is not? I'll not stand by while you besmirch my brother's good name. While it is true that in recent days he is little more than a glorified beard trimmer, I saw Jaiyue serve as our father's right hand since he was scarcely a man grown. He was a very paragon of duty and honour, an example of all around him. Calm yourself, boy. I hold your brother in the highest esteem. It is precisely of this reason that I speak as I do. Allow me to tell you a tale. Once upon a time there lived a young carpenter. He was possessed of some talent and great zeal of his craft, and his masters were convinced that the boy would come to great things in the guild. But the road to success is fraught with many perils. After suffering the loss of a close friend, the youth began to lose his way. Racked with despair, he let both mind and body go to waste. His close cropped coif grew to a rampant snarl, obstructing his field of vision and getting tangled in his hands as he wielded his hammer. His work suffered, and his masters began to ask if he might not consider another profession. One day, as he shambled to the workshop, he was ambushed by a strange man wielding twin blades. Before he could even realize what was happening, his tangled locks lay on the ground in a scattered heap. In that moment, he came to a realization. Thanking the man for his services, he returned to the workshop. As if by magic, the youth wielded his tools with a newfound focus and confidence. Works of surpassing quality emerged from his hands, and he reclaimed his status as a guild's rising star. Today he stands before you as a timber master, wearing his hair in the same fashion as he did the day of his rebirth. Plant a sapling in the Twelveswood, and one day it shall grow into a mighty oak. Plant it in a snowy crag in Corfus, and it is not like to survive the first winter. If you would seek out your brother, pray consider these words. You will find him at the Alchemist Guild in Aldar.
Here we go again.
Yeah. I thank you, my good man. While I cannot say that the moral of the tale is immediately clear to me, I will take some time to ponder your words on my journey. Fare thee well. So Beaton says, like a sturdy cedar growing strong and true, that boy, but allow cedar to dry overmuch and it is quick to splinter and shatter. You seek Jaiyue too, yes? Pray watch over this brother of his, and trust this journey will take him further than he can even imagine. As are my regards to Severin. Okay, so let's go to Aldar, which is convenient because we need to go to Aldar for the next quest anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, here we go again.
Yeah.
Because if you remember correctly, when you actually get his Aesthetician mission, this is how it kind of went. But we went to Limsa first, then Gridania, then Aldar, and back to Lominsa again.
Yeah. I'm going to actually link in the description of the video as well, the original Aesthetician video, because that was really funny.
Yeah, that was really funny indeed.
Okay, here is Severin. So it says, you two come in search of Jaiyue. Do I look like the man's mother? He had business here, and that business is now done. He has moved on, and I suggest the two of you do the same. I need not tell you that I am a busy man. How many times must I repeat myself? Simply tell me where my brother has gone, and I'll be glad to leave you to your dabblings and tinkerings. But I beg of you, friend, talk some sense into this man. Surely in your capacity as the Postmoogle's assistant, your words carry some authority.
He knows about that.
Yeah. So it says, the order could come from the Sultanate herself, and I would say nothing. Sending a man of such rare genius to some musty, dreary Ishgardian manse, why, the mere thought makes my blood boil. If you care so much for your family dements, go defend it yourself. Would that I could, but I fear I am not, and never have been my brother's equal. Yes, any half-wit could see that. Jaiyue is possessed of both brilliant mind and insatiable curiosity, a combination I have rarely seen in any but myself. Okay. You, on the other hand, are about as sharp as a lack of rocks, and half as interesting. If there's anybody fit to being bound by the stuffy traditions of your homeland, I dare say it's you. But wait, yes, of course. I take back everything I said earlier. By all means, go seek your brother. Indeed, I urge you to do so with all haste. Jaiyue set off for the Adventurers Guild in Limsa Lominsa. Make your way there at once, lest I pour some acid down your trousers and speed you on your way. So, so I know not what led to this change of heart, my good man, and yet I thank you for seeing reason. Good day. At least teleporting to Limsa is free.
Yeah, for you anyway.
Yeah.
I just knew it!
So Severin says, the boy is a fool, but he is an amusing fool, which I must say is the best kind. Maybe he was joking about Limsa. And you, what are you still doing here? Were you not after Jadelin yourself? Off to Limsa with you. I suspect there will be quite the show, and you'll not want to be late. Okay, so let's go back to Limsa, get this quest done, then we can do the next one.
Oh my god! It's the Jadelin hairstyle quest all over again.
Yep.
I'm lost for words.
Do you think that he's gonna just appear like before and just prance around?
Maybe. I don't know. We have to wait and see.
Yep. So I just teleported to the Aft Castle again.
You can wait for me. Aft Castle? After Castle. I'm losing my words.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, he's just down.
This is where we saw him the first time, isn't it?
Yeah. Here he
It's an interesting pose.
He always has an interesting pose. It's Jadelin. What do you expect?
Yep. So a letter for me. As you can see, I am somewhat occupied at the moment. But for you, darling, anything. Okay, so let's hand over the perfumed letter. A letter to Aesthetician, Jadelin, written in an elegant hand, whose loops and flourishes exude naught but sophistication.
Cutscene.
So, yeah, I wonder why we couldn't tell them apart. It's like, which one could it be? So it says, remarkable friend, to travel the realm thrice over to deliver my missive to my brother. You are a true exemplar to messengers everywhere. Well spoken, brother mine. I have found myself quite taken with this adventure as well. It is as if we share a mind. If you feel this way, brother, then you would... so why do you resist your calling? Father needs you. I need you. How long do you intend to persist in this folly? When did you become such a dreadful bore, dear brother? Have the chill winds of our homeland frozen the heart that once beat inside you? I am simply answering the call of family and duty, a call that I ask you to heed as well. You are the eldest son. None save you can carry on the family line. In these 5 years, the child I knew has grown into a man, and yet there is an unsightliness about you. This meekness, this timidly does not befit you. My hands tingle in disgust. Is he going to give him a makeover?
Brother!
Yeah, the music started.
What did she say?
Yeah. Just as I live, this unspeakable embodiment of ugliness must die. Begone, foul demon. There we go. Ye gods, no.
Boy.
What did he do? What did he do? Oh, God.
Oh, my God!
So hair extensions weave from the tail hair of a jet black eastern steed, a mustache plucked from a mighty behemoth's mane. Tell me, brother, how do you feel? Why, it is as if the shadows of self-doubt have been purged from my soul, cast away by the light of a singular, unwavering confidence. I think he looks about 10 times worse, but whatever. Where once stood a flattering child, now stands a man, brave and bold, who knew that long locks and facial hair could be so empowering. It is as if I have died and been born anew.
What is his fiancé gonna think, though?
Who knows? So it says, just so, brother, you were always meant to follow in father's footsteps, just as I was to pursue this path of my own. I have simply brought out the man that was always inside you. A most happy name's day to a brother reborn. Okay.
Ah.
The words of Master Beatin and Severin. It all seems so clear now. Good gods, how could I have been so blind? Forgive me for making mock of your art, brother. The people of this realm need you. That much is clear. Worry not for father or for our lands. Yes, I shall return to Ishgard and do our family proud. For all those years I looked to my brother with admiration. I never truly comprehended his greatness until this day. For this I have you to thank, friend, till our paths cross again. Okay, so let's complete and we get a free token.
got 2 of those tokens now, actually.
I think I already used my first one when I changed my hair to be the lightning hairstyle. I think. I can't really remember.
And
level
we're
up again.
rank 11. Yeah, we're rank 11 now.
Cool. So it says, with your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. Awesome.
I really want to see what the new hairstyles are.
Alright, so let's go to Uldar.
Okay, let's do that first and then the hairstyles.
Yeah, I think this should probably be the last quest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gladiators Guild. Is it anywhere near an FFXIV Gladiators? Here it is.
It should be.
Yeah, there's one of its own options.
Bing, wrong. Yeah.
Okay, here is Franz. It's been a while since I've been here doing all these quests for these different guilds. So what can I do for you this most beauticious afternoon? Shall I sign your flyer with my mark perhaps? So let's hand over the stack of letters. It says a rough estimate puts the number of letters addressed to Gladiator Franz the Fair in this tightly bound bundle at approximately 5 score.
5 score, probably 5,000 then.
Yeah. So cease that transaction in this instant. My provisional postwoman, I will not permit you to endanger the well-being of my prized gladiator. Ever the Lannister, our Boo-Boo Doga. Lately he's been more like an overly concerned father, though. With ample cause, every day brings us more disconcerting missives from disgruntled fans and dishonoured opponents, with ever more elaborate treats. Is it treats or threats? It's threats.
Threats! It's threats, not treats.
Yeah, whoops. It's because I'm too positive. Anyway, she has an interesting look, this girl. So it says, I fear not jealousy and envy from my enemies, while... Sorry, will them words keep from the parchment and do Franz harm?
Earthquake?
Uh-oh. So what in the 7 hells is that horrid stench? Is it a stink bomb? Oh, Marlborough.
Ah.
I wonder if this is going to be some new minion that we get to keep. So it says,
hope not.
The foul fruit of poisonous intent, a Marlborough seedling concealed within the letters. Pray hold your breath whilst I dispose of the creature. The wage of fame and fortune mayhap, Franz cannot help but attract the adoration of misguided souls who covet him body and soul. Melodrama does not become you, my dear. A doe-eyed maiden's affections are no match for an opponent's blade, and neither has yet to leave a mark. Ain't the womanfolk you need to fear, pretty boy, but their husbands and the sellswords what they hire to gut you in your sleep. Hell's for enough guild, I take the job myself. So this mutinous phrasing notwithstanding, suppositions are closest to my own, to mine own. The language of past letters is most telling. You're all face, pretty boy. Stay out of the Colosseum. If you step onto the blood sands again, I'll rip your head off and, well, I needn't continue. Suffice to say, other gladiators are whom I deem to be most likely culprits. If so, then these fine upstanding gentlemen and women are more than welcome to seek recompense in the Colosseum. Anyway, I've heard enough. I must clear my head before the match. Oh, so we're going to see...
interesting sword.
Yeah, we're going to see a Colosseum match. So, Pretty Boy's got the right idea. Think I'll have a drink before we go to work. I don't think I've been in the Colosseum since 1.0. So, come now, you have to admit that was awfully suspicious. Are you sure Lang ain't behind the threats? He's obviously jealous of Franz's popularity. I will not attempt to speak to his findings. That said, Langsolent and his brethren committed many terrible crimes in the Black Shroud. He may have since paid his dues, but how far can we trust a man such as he? After running afoul of the brass blade some time ago, Langsolent was declared a noxious. I was fortunate enough to witness an early performance, during which his glorious potential became apparent to me. Hence I saw him properly armed and given into my care, where he flourished like all my charges, and earned enough to purchase his freedom. In any case, I firmly believe that these letters are the works of others. Moreover, I am certain that there are Cretans will make further attempts to harass Franz, or worse, which is why I would engage your services, good postwoman, to ensure his safety. I should not be surprised if our enemies attempt to masquerade as devoted fans in order to gain access to Franz. Therefore, I would have you investigate our fans surreptitiously to see if any are behaving suspiciously. Post these placards on the walls of the Colosseum and distribute these flyers to fans on the steps of Nold. If you notice aught out of the ordinary, pray inform me, and we shall discuss our next move. Cool, so let's do that. Thankfully we don't have to run too far. Franz fanatic, I like that. So, flyer, it says, a notice informing the paying public of an upcoming gladiatorial match featuring one Franz affair. The number of exclamation points used on the leaflet suggests the printer may have charged by the character. That's funny. Okay. Oh, we did put a placard up here. So it says, will you look at that, boys? A new Franz affair placard. Cool, look at the beauties they drew cheering him on. He's swiving your wife. He's swiving your wife. Franz the Fair, he's swiving your wife. Okay.
Oh.
So let's do another one. Placard. It says, a notice informing the paying public of the upcoming gladiatorial match featuring Franz the Fair and some other fighter whose name is not so important. So, is that a new Franz the Fair placard? Calm yourself, fool. When the time is right, we shall remove it from the wall and add it to the collection. Wait, what is this sensation? Is someone watching us? No, not us. We are of no concern to anyone. It is the placard they want, like we do. Okay, he sounds like he's like a schizo or something.
Up away, up away. Up that way. Steps the null.
Okay. Okay, now we're talking to Janet. So Janet says, more than a few gladiators take after Franz the Fair, like this fellow here. Of course, there's no substitute for the real thing. Okay, let's hand over the flyer. It says, oh my, I had no idea Franz was fighting so soon. I was so taken with this imitation that I nearly missed the genuine article. What to wear, what to wear. I must prepare the perfect ensemble to catch his eye and seduce him from... Ah, did you feel that? I just had the strangest sensation that someone was staring daggers at us.
And she looks like me.
Yep.
The hell?
And here is another fanatic. So, what to get the man who has everything? Oh, is that Franz the Fair flyer in your hand? I must have it. Okay, so they want him because he's famous. So, yeah. Look at the way the artist has captured his trademark grin, how he glares at his opponents with disdain. I cannot wait to see this vision become reality in the arena, wielding his... Oh, that should be splendid. I shall send him the finest sword money can buy. Cool, so let's now return to the Gladiator Guild.
That seems a bit
Obsessive.
Yeah, that's the word. In here.
I ran the long way for no reason. So here is Boo Boo Doga. So tell me, did you notice or miss, aside from the usual shenanigans preceding a Colosseum match, that is? I see. Well, it so happens that I sorted through the remainder of Franz's mail and found a score of new threatening letters.
Oh dear.
I had no choice but to inform Silent Moss and Orlinbro, who were so overwhelmed with concern that they took to the streets in search of their companion. While we await their return, I would have you continue your covert surveillance of the Colosseum by consorting with our prestigious guests as my representative. You may begin with Lady Genevieve. Extend to her your warmest welcome on my behalf and remain ever vigilant to your surroundings.
Ah,
Okay.
Have to use the emote.
Cool. So here is Genevieve. So let's welcome. Hello from Mithrie. Yay. So she says, save your pleasantries for another time. My beloved Flan shall walk upon the blood sands soon, and I would not miss his triumphant return for the world. Arg. That voice just now from the steps of Nald. Aha, some misfortune must have befallen that low-bred Makote. It is past time, I say. She is not fit to fight alongside my friends.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So here is the Nebo Sand Devil. So, I'm fine. One of the bastard partners must have cracked me on the head from behind. Still can't see straight. I saw well enough. Franz was walking towards Emerald Avenue and Lang was following him at a distance. How could he, after everything that Franz and Bubidoga did for him? Even Mumopo can't fight his way out of a sentence. If it wasn't for Franz, Lang would have died noxious. And that's what'll happen if he's fool enough to kill Franz. But you won't let him, will you?
I have a feeling it's going to be a different scenario. That's not going to be Franz getting killed, but helping a friend in need. I mean, there's two possibilities there, isn't there? So.
Yeah, we just have to see. So let's just try and find him.
Up ahead.
Yep.
And there's that odd man in pink.
Random dancing people. So here is... Oh, cutscene? Here is a cutscene.
Yeah. Well, the two fellow...
So what in the seven hells are you blabbering about? Kill Franz. Did the girl take a tumble and bash her noggin? Well, yes, she did. We were wrong, postwoman. Lagosliart was tracking the gladiators hunting Franz. It would seem he's been keeping watch over the boy since the moment he left the guild. Pretty boy's got talent, but he's raw. Knows how to deal with enemies he can see, but hasn't an inkling how to deal with those he can't. So I take a habit of following him from time to time. Of course, he's a slippery one and often gets away.
Ah, I knew it! So he was protecting him.
Yep. So credit for this particular failure goes not to Franz though. The gladiators noticed our presence. We were unprepared and there were too many innocents. Sod it, I ain't making excuses. All I wanted to do was keep him safe. I owe him that much. Guilds ale women tain't naught compared to freedom. A man what helps you win that is a man you owe for life. Oi postwoman, you're the only one still standing. Help her horse son keep his honor and go after the pretty boy. Him and others went out the gate of Nald.
Like we're going to Central.
Yep. So it says there were mass and fought with the fury of Colosseum gladiators. We will need time to recover. More than me body, me prides in a bad way.
So he was protecting him.
Yep.
I was right.
So let's go.
Franz needs our help.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to keep these Moogle quests going every patch, or
I would like that
if it's going to be like every sort of lesser patch rather than major patch, because I guess in major patches they'll put in more Hildebrand quests, and then in the lesser patches they can put these ones.
Ooh.
That was easy.
Oh, hello.
Aha. So this going to be the end of the quest?
Yes.
So unbeauteous. How all my friends have suffered for my sake.
Aww.
But you, good postwoman, you were magnificent in battle. Beauteous? Even. More so than me, to be sure. How did you become such as you are? Well, you know, you can go on my channel, watch my 400 videos, you can work it out. Yeah. So it says, I must know. My fans, they cheer for me. They believe me beautiful. Yet in truth, I could never live up to their expectations if put to a true test. Long have I suspected that the syndicate comprises to have my party face lesser opponents to ensure our victory. So when I learned of the gladiators' threats, I was overjoyed. I stoked the fires of their jealousy to invite an attack. Long had I craved a true challenge, and soon I would have it. 'Twas to be my quest alone. None were to be hurt, much less involved. Alas, for fear of my safety, all I've suffered for on my account. Bugger me, if you wanted a beating, all you had to do was ask. So, hells, I've a mind to give him one anyway. There's to be no more mopping or sneaking about, is that clear? This crisis of confidence is hardly warranted, Franz. You are a formidable gladiator, not to mention the soul of this team. Goes down right. We weren't trying to protect you because we thought you were weak. We were doing it because that's what your mates are supposed to do. You're hearing all this, Prince of the Blood Sands, the Pride of Uldar, the Slave of... Southern Dandy. Quite contemplating? Quit contemplating your navel and accept that you're pretty damn good at this gladiator business.
I just realised something. You see this team?
Yep.
Pure, Lalafell, Makote, Elazin, and Rogadin.
Yep.
All the 5 different races are here.
So Franz says, yeah, I am pretty goddamn good, aren't I? Beauteous, even. I don't... Why do you keep saying that word? I don't know what came over me. With that, I believe it is time for your beauteous return to the shores of Gladiarina.
Gladiarina, yeah.
There isn't any... Oh, is this a female Rogadin?
Yeah, it's a female Rogadin.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize. Okay. So it says, I'll fight in this match solo. The others are in no condition to participate. Just like that, he regresses and attempts to shoulder the burden by himself once more. Lest you forget, I am also pretty good at this conjury business. Those weaklings in the Colosseum don't stand a chance against us, even as we are now. Let us just earn our pay and get back to the training grounds. Try not to be too efficient. Remember that it's not about if you win, but how you win. The style, the improvisation. Give the crowd something to remember, then you may return to Halatali.
Oh!
Because you remember the Halatali is the gladiator training facility.
Yeah.
Say you should come and join us afterwards, Postwoman. I would have nothing more than a pit of my beautician skills against yours. And Mithrie's like, I will destroy you. So yeah, Halatali ain't as glamorous as the Blood Sands, and I guarantee you'll have a grand old time. Cool, so that's complete.
And for me, for my character, when she nods, I just go, agreed.
Sure.
I wouldn't mind finding him. And now we are 12!
So with your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. Okay, so just quickly return to Limsa to see if there's any follow-up quests. I don't think there will be, but we can see.
I think they only added in 4 for this part, so...
Yeah, I was hoping for more of a reward for getting it done, but...
Not always the case, I guess.
Maybe it's just the pre-stuff until the next patch. But yeah, it's not even there.
Yeah. Getting in at the moment. Yeah, it's only those 4 for this time. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, can we go and check our hairstyles?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, was there any new hairstyles, or...?
There should be, since we've done that mission.
Maybe. But, yeah, we can do it after the video, because the video's been going on for a while.
Okay.
So, anyway, that's it for this episode. 1 hour and a half. But that was basically, that's the Moogle Delivery quest for patch 2.38. So, yeah. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, goodbye from Mithrie, and goodbye from Honeyjade.
See you guys!
Bye.